What is this anime stuff you want to talk about?
So, I guess I wanted to bring up they had the Crunchyroll Awards recently. So that's why I mentioned something about the Oscars earlier. Even though it's completely different in that, so you know how what I find interesting with say something like the Oscars or the Grammys, it seems like it's a separate entity from all the other companies, if that makes sense.
What do you mean?
So here's an example of what I mean with, so Crunchyroll has their own like anime awards or whatever, because they're not like a body that decides awards for anime, or at least not here in the States. And whereas like I think the Oscars, I think they're just like a separate entity that's just made up of people who have won awards for whatever, like in film or for Grammys music.
You think so?
Yeah, well, I'm saying I don't think they're actually owned by one conglomerate company, like who's making the product.
Oh,
So like I don't think Universal owns the Grammys.
I don't know. I think it might be like different studios that behind the scenes. I don't think you're gonna.
Well, if there is, it's most likely all of the major companies have
stake.
some stake in it.
Yeah.
It's like similar to how they all have stake in Spotify. But what I mean exactly is they're not necessarily owned by one conglomerate.
Is that how awards are? So like, I guess like the BT awards are kind of like that, owned by BT.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like your big or whatever bigger ones, like the premier ones are the Oscars, the Grammys, the Tonys, and the Emmys.
Yeah, I guess I was just asking. I guess that's like the norm to not be owned by like a big one like conglomerate. You're just separate from everything else. Is that the norm?
Yeah. So like, let me look at this. So the Oscars are owned by the Academy of Motion Pictures and Arts and Sciences. I'm trying to find out. Hold on.
So Crunchyroll owns the anime awards.
Well, it's their thing they put on.
Like a BT.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
I guess it's more. Yeah, that's a good comp, like a comp for it.
Or like the MTV awards.
Yeah, MTV
Okay.
Awards, BET Awards, where it's like a company putting it on. Yeah, well, yeah, like MTV because for like their music awards or whatever. That's a great example.
Yeah.
Because they would license like music videos and stuff. I guess that's a good comp. What is comp actually short for? It's not compromise. Comparison, is that what it's short
I
for?
guess.
I don't know. Now I kind of want to figure out who the Oscar is owned by, but going back to my point, they recently had the Crunchyroll Awards, and I wanted to talk about the nominations in the first place, but we never got around to it before then because we know we had other topics, and then we didn't record, and things just happen on this podcast in the first place. But they recently had their different award, like they announced their winners for all the awards. From what I understand, they have like a judging pool, but then they also have like a voting pool for like fans or whatever. And honestly, it's kind of shit.
Really?
Well, here's one. I have a conspiracy. As someone who has pretty much watched most of these that got nominated this year, literally every single one of these are ones that were licensed by Crunchyroll. None of the other, there were nominations from ones that were licensed by other companies, but the only ones that won were from Crunchyroll. See?
Yeah.
And here's the thing is like, there's not really, this is kind of the only awards they have in the West, I feel like, for anime, or at least it's the biggest one. And you just have bullshit like this.
So,
and also some of like some of the winners and some of the things that got nominated for different categories, it's like, why the hell?
okay. I was going to be my next question is, do you think they deserve to win, or at least, you're not mad that they won?
Okay, I'll go through the major ones, I guess, right now. So first one we'll do is Anime of the Year. The nominees were Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I think I told you to watch that. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
Then there's Demon Slayer, the Entertainment District arc, Attack on Titan final season part 2. Oh, Attack on Titan's killing me with all their names. Like right now, I think they're calling it final season, final part 1.
That's funny.
It's like, bro, this is a meme.
Yeah.
Then after that, Licorice Recoil, Ranking of Kings, Core 2, which I hate how they do that. So in anime, you have things that are called cores. So anime has, they actually have set seasons for when things air there, like, because it's based on TV airing there. So they'll have like a fall season that's this week to this week. that's considered the fall season. So that's will be considered a core if you have like a show that's longer than that.
Yeah.
So it's not technically a season 2, but it's like part 2 of season 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I hate how they break that up on this thing. And then after that, Spy Family. So anime of the year, I actually agree with the one they went with, which was Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Fucking great.
Crunchyroll.
Well, actually, oh, never mind. That takes my conspiracy away. That was Netflix.
Oh. Ha, see, look.
Every other one, though.
Look.
Every other one,
We
though.
just had to do some research.
Well, no, I just remember. I'm like, wait, that's fucking Netflix.
Yeah.
But every other one is Crunchyroll.
Well, I feel like that's the biggest like award though, right?
What?
Anime of the year.
As we go through this, you're gonna be like, a lot of these are kind of fucking bullshit when it comes to like, here's this award, but then here's this thing, but ordered differently. It's kind of like with
okay.
Grammys, where it'll be like best song and the best performance.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell does that even mean?
Yeah. Or best like I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So there's a lot of ones that are kind of like, you're like, didn't we just give this award?
Yeah.
So next one is best original anime. So the reason that's a category is a lot of anime are adaptions of either manga or light novels.
Yeah.
Sometimes other different things, but it's mostly either manga or light novels, which is interesting because you can tell what kind of adaptation it is just on the way they do it. A lot of times with the manga ones, you hear a lot of their thinking in fights. And the light novels, there's a lot more just dialogue, a lot more.
Yeah.
But for best original anime, I also agree with this one. The nominations are Licorice Recoil, Birdie Wing, Healer Girl, Orbital Child, Vampire the Guardian, Eerie Deco. Licorice Recoil won by a lot. That one's great. After this is where we start to get like into some of the bullshit. So next one is best anime character design. It's like, how the fuck do you even decide that?
I don't know.
But so I want to go through the nominations: Demon Slayer, Entertainment District, Ranking of Kings, Spy Family, My Dress Up Darling, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean, and Cyberpunk.
Wait, is this like a specific character or just overall?
Just overall character designs.
Mm.
And the nominees is also, it's like the anime and then who the character designer is.
Okay.
But Demon Slayer won on this one. I don't think they should have won.
Okay.
There's some cool designs to it, but this is where it starts to become very popularity based.
Okay.
Because if you had to, the character design for Demon Slayer, you've watched the first season, haven't you? It's not that complex, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's very much just like Edo period, I think is when they're doing it. Or is the period after that? I don't remember. But it's a very traditional Japanese fucking costume. I'll call it costume just because it's a series.
Yeah, it wasn't anything like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My opinion, it should have gone to Cyberpunk just because it's much more out there. And also they're kind of basically almost all the characters are original characters and it's all basically a prequel to the video game.
So are you saying like the character design was out there or just the anime style?
Well, one thing the anime style was too. But for character design, say My Dress Up Darling, I could see someone arguing that one because character design stuff is very involved in it because it's basically a romantic comedy with cosplaying.
Yeah.
So I could see that one winning possibly. But my head goes Cyberpunk, even though, or JoJo. JoJo character design is crazy. So basically, I wouldn't have Demon Slayer there. It mostly just won because it's fucking massive. That and Attack on Titan, basically just massive as hell.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the summary from the awards. So best animation. So that's just like actual technical side of things for animation.
Yeah.
We have Demon Slayer, Akibi Sailor Uniform, Attack on Titan, Final Season Part 2. I can't laugh. I can't help but laugh reading that. Cyberpunk, Ranking of Kings, and then Spy Family. Best animation went to Demon Slayer. I'll agree with that one. Animation was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So I can agree with that one. Best new anime series. We have Spy Family, Call of the Night, Cyberpunk again, Licorice Recoil, My Dressed Up Darling, Your Boy Kaming. Spy Family won on this.
It's okay. How can Cyberpunk win best anime but then lose to best new anime?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Here we go. Now you're kind of saying what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And this is, I'm assuming you haven't watched any of these.
Demon Slayer.
Well, you've seen season 1.
Yeah, Attack on Titan. Literally the first season, maybe half the first season. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically none of these.
Cyberpunk. Have I seen Cyberpunk? I probably watched like an episode or two.
Did you actually watch it?
I don't know.
I told you to.
Yeah, I don't know. But
It's fucking great.
yeah, I get the gist.
No, you gotta watch it.
Yeah.
You'll be on your feels at the end of it.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. Just watch it.
Yeah.
Just do what I say.
Definitely,
Just watch it.
Okay, anime feels like how you feel about
Just watch it. Just watch it.
It's how you feel about superhero
Don't argue
movies.
with me. Just watch.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying that it's how I feel about.
Don't make excuses.
How you feel about
Just
superhero movies?
Just watch it.
Maybe.
I watched all of phase 1 through 4.
And I watched.
You can watch this.
I watched a lot of anime.
What? Watch fucking Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
I
Just
watched,
do
I
it.
watched a lot of anime before.
Just do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Don't ask me questions. Just do it. But yeah, there's an example of what the fuck I'm talking about. It's like, how do you win anime of the year, but then you lose for best new anime?
Yeah.
Because Spy Family is a massive one too. Whereas Cyberpunk kind of like had a couple weeks where people were talking about it. Because you know how just Netflix does the releases, they just drop everything at once.
Yeah.
Or they'll just drop like a part of it and then wait fucking months where no one's talking about it anymore and drop another part of it.
Yeah.
But Spy Family is very massive. And it won and it shouldn't have in this case, because how the fuck do you win anime of the year but not new anime of the year when it's a new anime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess I try to spice it up.
Yeah. And then next category is best continuing series. In this category, you got One Piece, Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2.
Yeah, I'm Attack on Titan one.
Well, no, I haven't finished yet.
Okay.
I just can't help but laugh reading that.
Oh, okay.
It's just so fucking stupid. Demon Slayer, Entertainment District Arc, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stone Ocean, Kaguya-sama, Love is War, Ultra Romantic, Made in Abyss, Season 2, The Golden Wind of the Scorching Sun, One Piece 1.
Okay.
Not mad at it. One Piece is just legendary, so
Yeah.
not mad at it. I might have gone with something else, but that's more of a taste thing at that point. Can't be mad at One Piece though. Next is opening sequence. I don't give a fuck. Ending sequence. So here's an example of, so there's best opening sequence, best ending sequence, and then there's best anime song. It's like, it's all the same songs.
I could see how can you split that up? Because I guess opening sequence just overall like
well, it's more song based.
okay, so there's songs.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip past those. Best anime score, Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. Such a long ass name. It's
they should
so
just
many
named it
parts.
something.
It's so stupid. Spy Family, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Your Boy Kambing, Made in Abyss, Demon Slayer. Attack on Titan one, not necessarily mad at it. I could have gone either Cyberpunk or, well, actually no, Made in Abyss. I think that one should have won. Fucking Made in Abyss's score is so fucking good.
It's so funny to see how passionate you are about this.
Dude, no, Made in Abyss's score is so fucking amazing. It should have won.
It's so funny seeing how like passionate you are about anime, but then when we went to the Oscars, you're like, yeah, I haven't seen it. Yeah. Okay, well, whatever.
Well, we're the opposites in this case, because you were kind of like this for fucking the Oscars.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, fucking Made in Abyss, dude. That score is so fucking amazing. I also told you to watch Made in Abyss and you're never going to watch it.
Yeah, I don't even remember you telling me to say that.
It's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. Best anime film. So far it's been series.
Okay.
Now we're getting the film.
Okay.
We have Jujutsu Kaisen 0, Bell, Dragon Ball Super Superhero,
Okay.
Inu-Oh, One Piece Film Red, The Deer King. So here's one complaint I have. The One Piece movie came out end of the year last year, but they didn't count the fall season of last year for the awards. Because if that's the case, Bocchi the Rock should have won everything. Because I love that series.
Yeah.
But best film went to Jujutsu Kaisen. Not mad at it. I probably would have put Bell, but that was also like my favorite film of last year. So
yeah.
But I'm not mad at Jujutsu Kaisen 0 winning because I also enjoyed that movie. Best anime director, I'm not going to go into that. And then we have voice actors. Okay. Best action anime. We have Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, Cyberpunk, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Licorice Recoil.
Okay, let me guess.
Spy Family.
Let me guess who wins.
Guess.
Is that all of the?
Yeah.
Attack on Titan.
No.
Wait, okay, well, let me guess again. Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I won for best action.
I was gonna say that first.
Not necessarily mad at it. I could have gone for that or Cyberpunk or Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan won like just one so far.
They won. Well, for main character, they won. Which I didn't go over that one. They won the best anime song, best anime opening. And then yeah, that's what they've won so far.
I feel like out of all the anime, that's probably like the biggest.
Last year they cleaned the fuck out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, last year they cleaned the fuck up.
Okay.
It's just there's been a lot of bigger series this year.
Yeah.
So it kind of, yeah, it's kind of basically the Demon Slayer awards this year. And it's like I enjoy Demon Slayer, but I don't think it should win every fucking thing it's in.
Yeah.
Just because it's the biggest series. Here's another one I disagree with. Best comedy anime. So we have Kaguya-sama, Spy Family, Kotaro Lives Alone, My Dress Up Darling, Uncle from Another World, Your Boy Coming. They put Spy Family winning this. Here's the thing is, Spy Family is not technically a fucking comedy series.
Interesting.
It's a slice of life show with comedy elements in it.
Okay. Is the genre comedy?
It's more slice of life. But it'll have comedy moments in it. But then it'll also have action moments in it.
Okay, explain it in live action.
Let me explain it in music terms, I guess.
Yeah, explain it in music terms.
So let's just see as an example of hip hop drums. We'll use like Metro Boomin drums. If you put that on a Taylor Swift song, it doesn't automatically become a hip hop song. It's a Taylor Swift pop song with hip hop drums on it.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that a good example?
Yeah, that's a good example. Because a lot of pop songs are like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
A lot of pop songs now, they're taking hip hop drums.
Yeah.
But they're still pop songs.
Okay.
Just with hip hop drums.
Yeah.
That's how I would describe Spy Family as very slice of life for the most part, with moments of action and then comedy in there.
Okay.
So I personally would not categorize it as a comedy. I would maybe say a slice of life comedy.
Yeah.
But most slice of life have comedy elements.
Yeah.
So it probably has a little bit more comedy than most slice of life, but I would not put it as I wouldn't put it before a comedy.
Would it be like
for a comedy award?
Would it be like a rom-com winning a comedy?
See, that my answer for this would be Kaguya-sama winning because it's a romantic comedy. It's fucking hilarious. That's who I would have winning.
Yeah.
And then also Uncle from Another World is hilarious too. It's kind of it's a comedy parody of isekai, but it's kind of like reverse where the uncle came back from an isekai world. Isekai is a genre where it's basically you die and then you reincarnate in another world.
Okay.
And it's usually like some fantasy world. Or you go in a coma and wake up there, and also there's like a portal version. There's like portal versions where you end up traveling to the other world and travel back. I'm not going into it.
Yeah.
But that one's hilarious, but I can't give it the award because it still hasn't finished airing because of how horribly planned it was. They didn't have enough staff, so they kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed.
Dang.
They still haven't aired the last episode. So I can't necessarily give them the award off that strength.
Yeah.
But it's fucking hilarious though. But I would have gone Kaguya-sama. Love is War. That should have won comedy.
Hey, is Love War?
Sure.
Think about it.
Well, actually, season 2 is that with a question mark.
Really?
Yeah.
So what I just said.
The first season is Love is War. Second season is Love is a War question mark. And then the third season is Love is War ultra romantic.
See, they know where I'm coming from. See, I get them. I get it.
Dude, you would love Kaguya-sama. It is literally one of the funniest fucking series I've ever watched or read.
Okay.
Like, the first time I watched season 1, I could not stop myself from just bust out laughing. So I'm like, holy fuck,
Yeah.
they did this? Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's just preposterous at times.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. All right, next category is best drama anime.
Oh, we're going through all the
Yeah,
all the
well, I've
categories.
skipped through most of the shit.
Yeah.
Or I've skipped through some of it because I didn't want to do voice actors. I'm not doing directors. Best drama anime. We have 86 Part 2. Another thing I hate with the cores. Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. Cyberpunk. Dance Dance Dancer. Kotaro Lives Alone. Made in Abyss Season 2. What do you think won? just based on how things are going.
Dan's no wait. Cyberpunk.
Nope, best drama anime was Attack on Titan.
Okay, I can see that.
I'm not mad at it,
Yeah.
but again, we're like, one anime of the year, and it's a drama series.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'm not mad at it though, but
I can see how that can split up because Cyberpunk probably won for other elements rather than the drama part.
yeah, I can say that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Attack on Titan, I kind of compared like maybe to like a Game of Thrones or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, for sure.
So it's a little bit more drama-y.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Whereas Cyberpunk is a lot of its vibes.
Yeah.
It's very, Cyberpunk, Game of Thrones or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's a little bit more drama-y.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Whereas Cyberpunk is a lot of its vibes.
Yeah.
It's very, Cyberpunk genre. All right. Best fantasy anime. We have Made in Abyss, Mushoku Tensei, Overlord 4, Ranking of Kings, The Case Study of Vantis, and Demon Slayer again. Who do you think won for fantasy anime?
Definitely Demon Slayer. Wait, yeah, Demon Slayer.
They
Fantasy.
won, and this is another one that pisses me off.
Is it fantasy?
I don't know if I categorize it as fantasy.
I feel like all anime is fantasy.
Well, here's
If I
the
keep it
thing.
real.
Like, I don't know if I count as fantasy because it's literally Taisho period. It's just with samurai swords cutting demons.
Yeah, what is fantasy?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
But I don't. From what I know of fantasy, the other shows have much more fantasy.
elements and
This is literally just Taisho period Japan with demons that show up at night and you have to kill them with special swords.
see, and that's where fantasy comes in for me. Like demons with swords.
But here's the
and-
thing: is it's not that complex. Like it's not that fantasy, if that makes sense, because it's literally historical Japan, made by a anime company and a mangaka from Japan.
Yeah,
It's kind of like you're literally just going back a few decades. This is like the 1910s.
yeah, it's definitely fantasy.
I don't know if I can count. Well, here's the thing:
faculty
is,
or activity of imagining things, especially things that are impossible or improbable.
well, then every fucking anime is
That's
fantasy.
what I said. That's exactly what I said.
So yeah. So I'm not. Yeah, I still. So here's why I don't know if I count it. Is the other series are much more fantasy.
Okay. Yeah, an idea with no basis in reality, a genre of imaginative fiction involving magic and adventure, especially in a setting other than real world.
Because here's the thing: is if you want to go
Okay.
into like the you know how like they have the different elemental powers or whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently they're not even real. It's just in their head.
Okay.
They're just swinging the swords.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but here's the thing: is the other nominations: Made in Abyss, Mushoku Tensei, Overlord, Ranking Kings. Any of those should be over Demon Slayer because they're all much more complex fantasy worlds. I would have gone Made in Abyss because holy fuck, Made in Abyss is great.
So is the category the most fantasy?
It's best fantasy.
Yeah. See.
But I also think fucking Made in Abyss season 2 is better. Because goddamn, Made in Abyss is. Are you familiar with the term Lovecraftian fantasy?
Okay. Let me guess what it is.
I have to look up the actual definition.
Based off Lovecraft. I only say Lovecraft because the book. I don't know, or the TV show. Is it based off? Is it fantasy based off like books or reading or writing?
I'm looking up an actual definition for Lovecraftian, but it's basically, if I remember correctly, Lovecraftian comes from a writer back in the day. Hold on, love.
Okay, I see. It's a subgenre of horror, or
It's
yeah,
like a horror fantasy thing.
yeah, a weird fiction emphasizes the horror of the unknowable and incomprehensible more
Yes.
than like gore or
Yes.
other elements like shock or yeah.
Made in Abyss is fucking great. It's literally like they are going into the abyss, obviously.
Yeah.
And basically in Made in Abyss's world, there is a fucking hole that just goes down. They don't know how far it goes down. It just keeps going down. But the further you go down, the more hellish it gets, the more crazy, creepy the creatures and things that kill you are.
Yeah.
Also, like, once you get to below the first layer, if you go up, you get certain side effects that happen. I think it's just like headache and nausea, you'll throw up. Second layer, it's like even worse version of that. Third layer, you start bleeding from all your extremities if you get to the third layer and then go up. Fourth layer, I don't remember. I think I might have third and fourth wrong. Fifth layer, if you go up, you basically are no longer human. You turn into like this blob of flesh.
Wow.
And then if you go to the sixth and then go up, you die.
That's interesting.
So basically, once you go to a certain level, like once they go to the fifth level, and only certain people are allowed to, they have like ranks or whatever. Once you go to a certain level, it's considered your final dive because they're never going to see you again.
Wow. That sounds cool.
It's fucking amazing.
I wish
Like the whole world of it is just so complex and fascinating. And then that makes you go, why the fuck did Demon Slayer win fantasy anime? It's like, it's a samurai it's a fantasy, it is a samurai series, shonen series with fantasy elements.
It's definitely fantasy, but I do agree that the other one is definitely more fantasy. But
and then Mushoku Tensei it's reincarnated in an actual fantasy world.
Yeah.
And then Overlord is same thing, but it's like a very complex thing going on, and the main character gets reincarnated as like the villain.
Yeah.
It's much more interesting. Bringing Kings is more of a traditional fantasy. But, popularity wins in these. This is kind of like the Billboard Awards in a way.
Okay.
Where it's like, oh, the most popular thing is going to win, even if it's not the best one.
Yeah.
Or necessarily doesn't fit the category. But again, I like Demon Slayer a lot.
Yeah.
But they keep winning.
Yeah.
On things that I'm like, I don't know if you should win that. And okay, best romance anime. This one's easy because they actually got it right, Kaguya-sama. They got that right. Well, here's the thing: is the B plot love story on it is better than most stories, like A plot love story. It's fucking amazing. That's all that matters. And when it's called a night, which I fucking love. Komi can't communicate. I don't really give two fucks about that.
You say homie can't communicate?
Komi.
Oh, okay.
Love After World Domination. My Dress Up Darling. Shikamori. It's Not Just a Cutie. Kaguya-sama win. Easy. After that, it's just like some voice acting things. All right.
Nice breakdown.
Yeah.
Woo. That was our breakdown.
You have no clue what the fuck I'm talking about.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. But congratulations to the winners.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But it's just one of those things of like, when you have a fucking company that all they do is license shows and they have their own awards, it's not surprising that all the ones except one award went to their shit they licensed.
Yeah, you kind of expect them to either go that route or just go the route of the best. Because I feel like with anime, it's not as what do you call it when like things are manipulated? It's not as
I don't know what you're trying to say.
like when like governments or big companies or
Conspiracy?
no. When they're like manipulated to do things, it's not. I forgot the word. Fuck.
I don't know.
But with anime, I feel like that industry isn't like that.
Oh, it is.
Okay. I guess I just not in that world. To me, it feels more authentic. It feels more like the best of anime should win. It's not like they win because.
I mean, there's still because depends where you get licensed and how it gets treated. Like JoJo Bizarre Adventure has been fucked for part 6 because of how Netflix they got the license to it and they've kind of fucked up all hype for it with the way they've handled it.
Yeah.
So where it ends up kind of gets fucked. There was a great show from last year that didn't get any nominations that might be one of the best shows from last year. It's called Summertime Rendering. It got licensed by Disney Plus and got stuck in licensing hell for about 8 months.
Damn.
Like after it finished airing, 8 months later, it got put on Hulu. So it finished airing in the summer of last year and it finally is available like now.
Yeah. Well.
So if you wanted to watch it, you had to watch it illegally.
Yeah.
Because
maybe they'll get nominated next year.
They would have been this year's.
Oh, okay.
The only ones from this year that didn't get nominated were the last season, fall. And that's going to be like Chainsaw Man, Bocchi the Rock, Bleach. But yeah.
Interesting segment, man.
Yeah. I don't ever get to talk about anime because you don't fucking watch any of it.
Yeah, I see how excited you were.
I know. It's like finally I can talk about something I want to talk about.
Yeah, you were oozing with excitement.
Instead, I'm trying to think about your feelings this entire time about things you want to actually talk about.
We definitely talk about anime.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
I could go through all these fucking ones we've edited once you've actually uploaded to YouTube. And I could probably count 2 times maybe. in the new fucking recordings.
Okay, maybe.
In the old recordings, we did some.
Yeah.
Because I would try to fucking force it out of you.
Hey, you can break it up. I'm down to listen. This is your time to shine.
I try to be a team player.
Hey,
I'm too busy cutting you off and things you want to talk about things you want to talk about.
I'll be a team player.
Little low when things I want to talk about.
I'll be a team player, man.
Huh.
I'll let you look what I just did. A team player. I'll let you go and I'll let you go through the
I'm just glad I didn't make a fool of myself.
Yeah, you did good. Good job.
I didn't fuck up that many pronunciations.
And you gave your opinions on who should have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.